The girl just touched her head. She didn't realize that the beast in Korea had touched her head. The girl thought it might be a coincidence, but when she opened the Seoul website to check the replay, she realized that the beast had done exactly what she had just done. To confirm her suspicions, Annie quickly came to the park and reached out, then rushed home to watch the Korean beast on TV. She realized that the beast's movements were exactly the same as hers. To confirm her suspicions, Annie brought some friends to the park. She sat her friends down on a bench, let them watch the beast in real time on their cell phones, and as expected, just as Annie stood in the park and did a dance, the behemoth in Korea also bizarrely danced. It was as if the beast was Annie. Annie was the beast. The friends were also surprised to find that their physical senses were somehow related. The Korean behemoth was hit by a missile. Annie's waist was instantly hit by a sharp pain. Annie threw a combination of punches on the spot. The Korean beast did the same thing. It hammered a helicopter. While his friends were shocked, Annie suddenly tripped over her left foot and fell headfirst to the park floor. But because of her fall, she caused several high-rise buildings in Seoul to fall into ruins. Hundreds of people even lost their lives. In order to avoid causing panic in Korea, Annie had to go to the park again to apologize to the Korean people. She pointed her finger at the ground and then signaled the people below to evacuate. After confirming that the ground under her feet was absolutely safe, Annie slowly crouched down. Then she wrote the word sorry on the ground with her hand and said she would never appear again, so that the people would not panic. The people gave her a thumbs up, and from then on, Annie kept her promise and never went back to the park. She thought the danger was over, but when she woke up one morning, she found a giant robot on the streets of Korea. It was wreaking havoc on the streets. Anna sensed something was wrong and rushed to the park. She found her best friend kicking around in the park. It seems that the robot is her best friend, and rushed to stop her friend from leaving the park. But her best friend was already obsessed with the game. He even invited Anne to a duel with him. Anna just pointed her finger to the side. The beast in Korea pointed the same way. Annie warned her friend to leave the park, but her friend wouldn't listen, and was so angry that she slapped her friend in the face. The Korean beast did the same thing, but it's because of the behemoth's heroic act of smacking the robot. The behemoth's status in people's hearts has skyrocketed. They even made a video of the emoticon and posted it online. Unexpectedly, because of this incident, Oscar thought that he had lost his face. In order to regain his dignity, Oscar called Annie the next morning. He planned to have a duel with her, and Annie was not going to let it go. But she was a weak woman. She was no match for Oscar. After only a few rounds, Annie was knocked to the ground by Oscar. As Oscar stomped madly on the ground, Annie could only watch. She realized that if she let Oscar go on like this, then the whole of Korea would soon disappear from the face of the earth. In order to stop him from doing this, a bold plan came to Annie's mind. She bought a plane ticket to Korea. Oscar was still playing in the park. He didn't realize the danger he was in, but the next moment, the ground shook around him. Before Oscar could react, the giant beast in Korea stood in front of him. It turned out that Anne in South Korea had teleported the beast to the United States by shifting its position. Oscar was so scared that he tried to escape, but he was directly caught in Annie's hands.